All right, and we are back here on the GSMC Football Podcast. And for the second part of the show, we are going to talk about the Buffalo Bills. I will break down their schedule for 2024, and I'll give you my early win-loss prediction for them. So the Bills, they had a second half run last year. They got the 2 seed in the AFC, and then they beat the Steelers in the first round, and then they lost to the Chiefs in the second round. So this is their schedule, and they got a tough schedule. So let's get into that. Let's see, what I give them here. And again, I just want to emphasize, we're only in June. We're almost halfway through June. We basically are. So it's very early, and look, it's just, again, something else for us to talk about, but let's get into it now. So actually, we did do the Cardinals yesterday, so we're gonna pick up where we left off, I guess, if you want to say that. Week 1, Cardinals take on the Bills. So again, I said yesterday this is kind of a toss-up game. I guess because the Bills are at home, I'll take them here. So they start off 1-0, but again, I could see the Cardinals winning the game as well, but I'll give the win to the Bills. Now the Dolphins, it's going to be interesting. The Bills did sweep the season series last year. The Dolphins, they probably should have won. Well, I shouldn't say that, but they had a chance to win the second game, and that was the Week 18 matchup. But when they played in Buffalo, the Bills, what was the final score? It was like 48-20. The Bills dominated. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect, from this new receiving core. Like, how is Josh Allen and this receiving core going to be? Now, Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback, and I think they'll be fine. But I know some people are down on the Bills just because of they lost guys on defense, which they did, and also trading away Stephon Diggs. But I feel like the Diggs loss is not going to be as impactful as maybe some people may think. But yeah, Week 2 against the Dolphins. This is a Thursday night game. It's a toss-up for me. I'm going to say the Dolphins do win. So the Bills drop to 1-1. Then the Jags come in. And the Jags are looking to redeem themselves from last year. I think this is a Monday night game, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to take the Bills here. And I'm going to say they get revenge because if you remember, these two teams did play in London last year. But I'm going to take the Bills here. So the Bills are going to improve to 2-1. But then this is where this 3-game stretch right here, this is going to be tough because they take on the Ravens. That's a Sunday night game. Then they take on the Texans in Houston, and then they take on the Jets. These are tough games right here. The Bills could very well lose all 3 of these games. I'm going to say they do lose to the Ravens. The Texans game is going to be tough. Stephon Diggs is going to. Stephon Diggs definitely has this game circled on his calendar. It's tough. I think the Texans are going to be really good this year. That is a toss up for me. I don't know if it's really a toss up, but I think I'm going to take the Texans. I'm going to say the Texans do win. But again, we don't know. We got to see how these teams are playing at this point. Well, it would only be week 5, but anyways, I'll take the Texans to win. So Bills drop to 2-3. Then they take on the Jets. I don't know. The Bills really going to lose 3 in a row? Again, they're all away games. Yeah, it's going to be that Jets defense does play well against Josh Allen. I'm going to say that the Bills do lose this game. So I have them losing 3 in a row. So right now, at this point, what do I have them at? 2-4? Yeah, so not looking good right now at the moment. Then I have them winning. The Titans, I'm going to say they win that game. They get back on track. Against Seattle, that's going to be a tough game in that environment. But I'm going to give the Bills the win there. I think they'll split with the Dolphins, so I'll pick them there. So now they lost 3 in a row. Now they won 3 in a row. So now they're 5-4 at this point. Then they take on the Colts. The Colts game is an interesting game with Anthony Richardson back. This one's a toss-up for me here. I'm going to say the Bills win that one, so they continue that winning streak. Then they take on the Kansas City Chiefs. And listen, the Chiefs may own the Bills in the regular season, or in the postseason, but the Bills own the Chiefs in the regular season. So I'm going to say the Bills get their revenge, and they win this game here. Valdez-Scantling is going to catch a game-winning touchdown. No, I don't know. I'm just saying that, just because now he's on the Bills. But yeah, so the Bills continue to roll here. Then they take on the 49ers. Interesting game. I think I had the Niners winning. I think that, the Niners, I think, it's going to be a tough game. It's on the road, late in the season. It's going to be cold. That's when it's going to start getting cold. But I'm going to say the Niners do win that game. And then we get to the Rams and the Lions. So I'm going to say the Bills win at least one of these games. I think they're going to split. They're going to win one of them, and they're going to lose one of them. I'm going to say they beat the Rams, and then I'll have them lose to the Lions. Then they got the Patriots 2 of the last 3 weeks. Now, the Patriots did win a game against the Bills last year. I think Gesicki caught the go-ahead touchdown for Mac Jones late in that game. I'm going to say the Bills sweep the Patriots. And then I have them winning against the Jets. I have them splitting against the Jets. So I know it didn't look good because I had them losing 3 in a row, but I do have them finishing the season strong. So what do I have them at? I got them winning against the Cardinals, splitting against the Dolphins, beating the Jags, the Titans, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Colts, one of the Lions-Rams games, both games against the Patriots. So 10-11 wins for the Bills. And that's good enough to probably make a wild card. But yeah, I mean they got a lot of tough games. I mean that week 4 to week 6, that's tough. I mean then you got you got a bye week in between it, but you got the Chiefs and then you come off the bye against the Niners. So maybe that, and then you got the Rams after that, the Lions, Jets late in the year. You got the Dolphins twice, the Colts, the Jags. Could be tough games. Because I mean right now I don't really look at the Bills as a a powerhouse team at the moment. I mean they got a powerhouse quarterback, but the receivers, let's see how they gel with Josh Allen, and they got 2 good tight ends, James Cook. Let's see what kind of season he has. They really were running the football effectively last year with him. I mean again, I think back to that monster game he had against the Cowboys, but yeah, I think the Bills are going to be good. They're still going to be good. Let's not write them off like they're going to be this terrible team. But, yeah, they got some tough games. And, I think as long as they got Josh Allen, they're going to be in the thick of it. So, but I kind of got to, do these schedules how I had the rankings. So the Bills are going to be in second. So I had the Dolphins at 3. So we're going to do the Dolphins schedule tomorrow. And, kind of see what record I'll give them. But, yeah, the Bills, 10-11 wins. I think that's doable. But we'll see. We got a long way to go. And, I think Josh Allen is going to want to prove something to some of his doubters now without, now with no Stephon Diggs anymore. I mean, that receiving core it's going to be interesting. You got the rookie wide receiver Keon Coleman, who I forgot to mention, in a segment that I was talking about the Bills. You got him. You got Curtis Samuel, Khalil Shakir, Valdez-Scantling, Chase Claypool, Matt Collins. Also Justin Shorter as well, another guy. So we'll see. And then you got the tight ends. We'll see how it goes. But that's what I think. Bills, 10-11 wins. I think that's doable for them. So we'll see if they can get that. Let me know what you guys think, though. How many games do you think the Bills will win in 2024? So before we go to break, just want to remind you guys once again, to tip or donate, get your comments recognized, make sure to go to the following link. That is GSMCPodcast.net. Again, that really helps the show, makes the show more interactive between myself, the host, and you guys, the viewers. Again, that is GSMCPodcast.net. And as always, it is displayed on the ticker at the bottom of the show segment down below. So, we're going to take our second break of the show. And when we come back, we'll talk about Jordan Love, some comments he made, give you an update on his contract extension talks. So stick around, and we'll be right back here on the GSMC Football Podcast.